and welcome back to TRT Creations YouTube channel.
TRT Creations present.
We are going to hang out today. I'll do a little bit of self-care and a little bit of catch-up of what's been going on in my life. That was a screechy sound. I promise if I didn't. That's not me. That is the Joby. No, that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, I just wanted to chit chat with y'all. But yeah, so it's been about a month since I've last uploaded a video. But I just wanted to do a little bit of a catch up with y'all. If you're new here, hello, my name is Tony Renee Taylor. If you've been here before, y'all, what's up? What's up? Yeah, we know it's been that way, yeah. Yeah, so anyways, a lot's been going down since I last uploaded a video, but I wanted to kind of cover the bases for any new people, and y'all. If you didn't know, I moved to New York City in the new year. I literally left my hometown of Cincinnati like the day after Christmas and started driving my car to New York City. I dropped off all my stuff at my apartment and then continued driving my car down to Florida where my parents live, and I left my car with them in Florida so that I don't have to deal with that mess up here in New York, because you really don't need a car in New York City. Spent the New Year's with them and then came back up to my apartment full time around like the first week of January. From there, I've just been kind of adjusting to New York and trying to build the life I've been manifesting in my head forever. Towards the end of the year, last year, I want to say it was like around like November time frame, maybe even October. Like, I mean, I've been wanting to move to New York forever, but like that's when I was really thinking like, man, do I really want to be here in Cincinnati? Do I really want to be anywhere else? And like the only place in my head that I could really think of where like I needed to be was New York City. And given I was doing a virtual Broadway audition at the time, so I was like thinking about callbacks in New York City, and I'm just like, man, it'd be just so much easier if I lived there to go out and audition and try to make these people notice me. If I was already there, they don't have to worry about me having to fly out for callbacks or whatever. I'd already be there, so it'd probably be, I don't know, I just felt like it was a no-brainer. So I started researching what I needed to get done to make this dream reality, and I did it. First and foremost, I found an apartment. I did what I had to do to get that arrangement set up, and there's that. Also during the pandemic, I didn't knowingly know I was gonna move to New York, but I started saving money as much as I could, because I'm like, well, if the dance industry is kind of shut down right now, I'm gonna see how much work I can find and try to build up some cash that way to support me one day. And that one day was New York. So what was good is during the money I saved up was enough for me to feel confident enough to move to New York City without a job starting off. Like the money I saved, like I had maybe, if I'm lucky and didn't spend too much, about like 9 months worth where I could live okay in New York. Of course, I was going to try and find a job once I got here, but I wanted to make sure I had my bases covered and I could build the life I wanted to build here without that pressure. So then in January, once I finally got here, I spent the whole month pretty much just setting up my apartment. You know, you gotta make it look cute. You gotta be happy with your space. And to me, that was very vital because my goal was to turn this living room into a studio. So I wanted to have a space where I can practice things, stretch, do my own home bars, home classes, especially throughout COVID when a lot of dance classes ended up being on Zoom. It became very, very obvious to me that having a home studio was kind of necessary, and that this was kind of the future of how things were gonna happen. And you know, we went into lockdown a few times, so I was like, you know what, I need to just, my house needs to have like a designated space, like how business people have like designated home offices. I'm like, I need a home studio. That's basically my home office. So yeah, so I made sure I got my place set up correctly. At the same time, it came in handy because I instantly started seeing Broadway auditions I needed to do, and luckily this year most of them ended up being virtual. So at home I could learn the audition videos that I would get from online, and then I'd go to an actual like professional studio other than this out in Manhattan and actually get it filmed and then submit the videos. So yeah, January was dedicated to just moving in and doing auditions as fast as possible, because the audition season for the dance world and Broadway is usually between like January and March, but like January is like the big time. After January, I sadly never heard anything back from them. However, that's okay. I mean, I'm not union yet, so they probably didn't even look at my videos is what I'm trying to make myself believe is maybe they didn't even look at them. Maybe they only looked at equity. I'm non-equity, so maybe they didn't even look at non-equity people, who knows. February was basically, all I started doing was realizing how expensive New York was. And I'm like, okay, you need to figure out a real schedule with your life. You need to start figuring out how you're going to stay in New York and survive. So I started applying for more jobs, like online, like normal people jobs, and I ended up getting one. So I'm like, it took a while for like everything to process and go through. But yeah, I ended up getting a job, and I've been spending the last month at that new job, and it's actually really nice. I'm not gonna say exactly where I work because that's a little weird to put online, but yeah. So I got my first like big girl corporate job, which is both kind of nice, but also kind of weird at the same time, because I never really imagined myself in a corporate job. But you know, like I've always had outside jobs other than dance, and they've always just happened to be like part-time retail or hospitality jobs. And I knew that I'm like, if I'm gonna have to work a normal person job that's not in the arts, I wanted something that was going to financially support me and wasn't going to overwork me to the point where I don't have any energy for my craft. And somewhere where I felt like I was respected, somewhere where I didn't feel in danger at any point in time from the general public. Retail and hospitality can be a little sketch sometimes on that aspect. So yeah, I found a job, luckily, where I feel respected. They're willing to train me in the things that I need to be trained on. There's good communication. My boss is really great. And heck, it's in marketing and sales. So I'm working a really cool marketing and sales job in New York City. That's my little brag point. That's actually really cool. But yeah, so I'm learning marketing, I'm learning sales, kind of like the business side of things, which to me is actually really important, because my whole goal in life is to eventually make Tier T Creations an actual like dance company and like creative company. So right now it's just me, but I would like to, you know, make it legit to where it could be like a contemporary ballet dance company and whatever I want to create, you know what I mean? I want to make that legit. I'd like to be able to hire other artists to collab with, or like to have seasoned dancers be a part of my company. That would be really cool. So yeah, so this job I feel like is really great, because not only is it financially supporting me and helping me live in New York City and stay in New York City, but it's helping me learn like basic business stuff that would be needed for if someone wanted to start their own company, which I do. I kind of already started it, but you know, I'm in the groundwork, so I'm just by my little self here. This past month has been kind of taking over my life. Before I got this job, I was just starting to get back into YouTube and post on a more regular basis, but ever since that job started, it's kind of consumed my life to the point where like I'm staring at a screen all day at work, typing all day at work, filing files all day at work, that like when I come home, I'm like, oh, I need to edit a YouTube video, which is more files that I gotta download and go through and edit and stare at blue screens for even longer hours that I'm not getting paid for, and that maybe nobody will even watch once I upload it. Like, and I'm just like, I'm just kept up making like these excuses of like why I didn't want to edit and why I didn't want to post, which then makes me feel bad, because I'm just like, girl, no one's gonna watch your shit because you're not posting anything. That's why. If you start posting, then people will actually start watching. So post your stuff. So I hope you like this video, because yeah, it's not the most beautifully polished video. Don't even have any makeup on today. All I have is this LED light, which is kind of helping. That's what's been going on. That's my little update. So yeah. Now my mission for this next month is to start working on finding a work-life balance. You know, because I spent the first month just kind of getting settled and figuring out how New York City kind of functions. The second month I spent getting a set, stable, financially secure job. And now it's time to start trying to blend my worlds together. So I need to blend my crafty, artsy world with my corporate world together, so that I don't feel overly consumed by either. Finding a happy balance and a happy schedule during the day, where I could feel like during this time I can do my craft, during this time I can do my corporate job, and during this time I can also have free time to do personal productivity stuff, or hang with friends, or explore, whatever. Yeah, so now it's just about figuring out that balance and finding a happy schedule, so that in the long term I don't burn out and die. I mean, we're all gonna die. Sorry to burst your bubble, we're all gonna die. But you know, that's what's been going on. I haven't even painted my nails yet because I got too consumed with talking to y'all. So yeah. Let's paint my toenails. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Toenails. Yes, yes. Oh girl, did you see that point? 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 All these fetish. love this video. If you've stayed this long, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys being here. It really means a lot to me. And yeah, I don't know if I covered everything. But yeah, I know it's been a while since I posted, so I really appreciate you guys being here. I'm working on trying to find a really good rhythm to keep a consistent schedule here on YouTube, as this is also a passion of mine. But yeah, it's just been really difficult. I've just been getting used to living in New York City, starting a new job. I've been having a lot of technical difficulties, so hopefully I can solve those and just figure out a simple way of how to make videos and don't overcomplicate it. And yeah, so stay tuned, hit that like and subscribe button, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks, bye!